Why you sabotage things the moment they start going well. Have you ever noticed that the moment life starts to feel good, some part of you starts looking for the exit? Not because you want to lose it, but because some quiet, invisible pressure builds underneath the good thing. You don't sabotage the bad moments, you sabotage the good ones. And you've probably never been able to explain why. The pattern you can't quite name. Think about the last time something was actually working. A relationship that felt steady, a job that finally respected your effort, a calm week with no emergencies, and somewhere in the middle of that peace, something in you got restless. Maybe you started a fight over nothing. Maybe you pulled away from someone who was being kind to you. Maybe you stopped showing up fully right when things were finally paying off. Afterward, you probably called it self-sabotage. You told yourself you're scared of success or you don't deserve good things. But that explanation never quite fits, does it? Because it's not that you don't want the good thing. It's that the good thing feels unfamiliar in your body, even when your mind wants it badly. This shows up in how you talk to yourself before a big opportunity. It shows up in how quickly you brace for something to go wrong, even mid-celebration. It shows up in relationships where you keep one foot out the door just in case. Over time, this becomes an identity. I'm the kind of person who ruins good things. But that's not a personality trait. That's a pattern your nervous system learned somewhere. You're not broken, you're calibrated. Here's the part almost nobody tells you. This isn't a character flaw, it's not weakness, and it's not self-hatred in disguise. It's an adaptation. At some point, your nervous system learned that comfort was dangerous. Maybe stability was followed by disappointment. Maybe good moods in your house were followed by sudden tension. Maybe attention or affection came right before it was taken away. So your brain did something intelligent in a survival sense. It started treating things are going well as a warning sign, not a relief. That's not dysfunction. That's a nervous system doing exactly what it was trained to do. The problem isn't that you're broken. The problem is that the alarm system built for an old environment is still running in a new one. The mechanism behind it. To understand why this happens, you have to understand how your brain defines safe. Your brain doesn't define safety as good or bad. It defines safety as familiar. This is called your psychological set point or your identity homeostasis. Just like your body regulates temperature to stay in a narrow range, your mind regulates emotional states to stay within a range it recognizes. Picture a thermostat set to 60 degrees. If the room suddenly warms to 75 degrees, the system doesn't celebrate the warmth. It kicks in and tries to cool things back down because 75 feels wrong, even though it's objectively better. That's what's happening when you pick a fight during a peaceful stretch. That's what's happening when you emotionally withdraw right after someone gets close. You're not rejecting the good thing, you're regulating back to the emotional temperature your brain calls normal. This is why willpower alone doesn't fix it. You can't out-discipline a thermostat. You have to reset what it's calibrated to. A framework for recalibrating your baseline. 1. Name the moment without judging it. When you notice restlessness during something good, pause and say internally, "This is my system reacting to unfamiliar safety, not to actual danger." This works because labeling an emotional state activates your prefrontal cortex and reduces activity in the amygdala, the brain's threat detector. Naming calms alarm. Real-life example. You're on a peaceful weekend with someone you care about, and you suddenly feel the urge to start an argument. Instead of acting on it, silently say, "This is unfamiliar calm, not a red flag." 2. Extend exposure to comfort in small doses. Don't try to sit in total peace for a week straight. Practice tolerating small windows of goodness, then gradually increase them. This works through a process called habituation. Repeated, safe exposure to something unfamiliar slowly moves it into the normal category for your brain. Real-life example. If receiving a compliment makes you uncomfortable, don't deflect it immediately. Let it sit for 5 seconds before responding. Just 5 seconds. That's enough to begin retraining the response. 3. Interrupt the urge before you act on it. The urge to sabotage usually peaks fast, then fades if you wait it out. This works because emotional urges follow a predictable arousal curve. They peak, then decline, usually within minutes, if you don't feed them with action. Real-life example. When you feel the pull to cancel plans or pick a fight for no clear reason, wait 10 minutes before doing anything. Often the urge weakens on its own. 4. Separate identity from history. You are not someone who ruins good things. You're someone whose nervous system adapted to unpredictable conditions. This works because self-concept shapes behavior. If you see the pattern as identity, you'll keep confirming it. If you see it as a learned response, you leave room to unlearn it. Real-life example. Instead of thinking, "I always do this," try, "This response made sense once. It doesn't have to keep running the show." 5. Choose one relationship or routine to practice staying in. Pick one low-stakes area of life where things are going well and consciously choose to stay present instead of pulling away. This works because consistent, repeated choice creates new neural pathways over time. Behavior change happens through repetition, not insight alone. Real-life example. If you tend to go quiet with friends when things feel too good, choose one friendship where you commit to staying engaged, even when the old urge to withdraw shows up. Bringing it together. Here's the simplest way to hold all of this in your mind. You are not allergic to good things. You are allergic to unfamiliar things. And good things, when you didn't grow up around them consistently, often feel unfamiliar. Your nervous system isn't punishing you. It's protecting an old version of you that needed protecting. The work isn't forcing yourself to feel comfortable overnight. The work is proving to your nervous system, slowly, that this new kind of good is safe to stay in. Maybe you're not someone who destroys good things. Maybe you're someone who was never given the chance to practice keeping them. That's a different story, and it's one you're still allowed to rewrite. Not by trying harder, not by forcing peace to feel normal overnight, but by staying one small moment at a time until calm stops feeling like the beginning of an ending.